so adamant about the fire pit situation. Like when I had something planned and laid out, give me the same courtesy that I give when we go on group retreats and things are planned and laid out.
And I hear you. And for the most part, this whole weekend, we have followed your lead.
For the most part, but not all the parts.
I did apologize to you for pulling some of the group away from a special moment that you wanted to have, Karen.
I just didn't like being lied to.
But this was a special circumstance. It was handled.
It just could have been. It just could have been a heads up. That's all I was asking for.
We weren't going to give a heads up because it wasn't anybody else's business.
Y'all didn't spend 10 minutes. It was over an hour. What type of person do y'all think I am? Where I'm going to say, what is it that you're going to talk about? No, it's not what I would have done. If you think that I would have done that, then you know nothing about me at all.
You're doing it right now.
No, I'm not.
You're making
I just said that it's not a big deal about what y'all were talking about.
I'm not arguing.
But you can give the consideration of saying, hey, this is a heads up.
I'm not arguing.
We got something that we.
You want to fight by yourself.
You're literally sitting here making a bigger deal out of something. All
you're
I'm saying
making a big deal.
You don't know how to consider anybody. You don't know how to consider other people. Everything is about what she wants to do on her terms.
But Candace said she was
about
sorry.
being considerate.
But she said she was
sorry. It's about being considerate.
But she said sorry.
But Monique, can you take a step back and like you're honestly trying to? It sounds like you want to control the situation. Everything that took place here.
So if you
this is not a battle that's even worth.
Are you directing the same anger and energy towards Ashley? I feel like this is completely directed towards one person. When there was 3 people who took place.
I did. Giselle ain't here for me to direct it at her, and I sat there and told Ashley the same thing when we were in the kitchen.
But the delivery wasn't like this, Monique. You have to admit.
I think they were very hurt for Ashley, and
whatever.
So you don't think that Candace was coming from a genuine place?
Y'all want some Danishes?
I do not.
Right. Well, I'll head upstairs.
What Giselle, Candace, and Ashley were talking about had nothing to do with her. That girl is livid and lit over some damn fire pit and smoke. And it makes you wonder, what the hell else is going to make this girl batshit crazy?
Child, that girl is crazy, honey. Okay, she is a control freak. Say it, Robin.
Control freak.
Honestly, I think that it bothered her because Candace was involved. There's underlying issues between them that has yet to be resolved.
Child, that damn Monique went in that house, put her head down, and she was sad. Now, what is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. And today, honey, I am here to talk to you all about Monique Samuels, honey. I know some of y'all rolling your eyes, sucking your damn teeth, but we got to discuss what is going on with Monique and Chris. I played y'all that clip, right? Because I was actually drinking my water, minding my own business, and I was listening to Dr. Romney talk about what a narcissist does, honey. And y'all know Miss Robinson ain't trying to diagnose everybody, that they are a narcissist, right? I ain't trying to, pinpoint everybody. I got other stuff I could be doing, but I thought of this clip. Okay, I thought of this clip from Real Housewives of Potomac, and then I looked at all the little reviews that I seen of Monique and Chris explaining their separation, and they living in separate homes. And I think one of the people I watched, maybe 2, called her a narcissist. I heard of her being a narcissist probably a year ago, right? But I was like, I don't know. I don't know if the lady is one or not. But this behavior, then the shit we seen on Love and Marriage DC, where she was trying to control her husband and just talking to him all types of crazy and shady, honey.
Well, me and Chris are coming up on 10 years. I'm always trying to pull some more depth out of you. That's fine, but you're not going to tell it.
Is it my turn to talk?
Go ahead.
All right, well, hush. You don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't.
Oh, I guess we through with the scene, guys.
That's fine.
And what I'm always think that you are working on. I want you to always have a plan.
Now she just sat down and don't even want to talk no more. That's crazy.
All right, you guys, let me play Dr. Romani, honey. I just love her. She is the expert, honey, on narcissism. So she's going to explain, Monique's behavior, honey, okay? Because that's just what Miss Robinson see. Okay, that's just what I see with her behavior.
I'll give you an example. One day, perhaps, you have an argument with somebody narcissistic or difficult in your life, or maybe that you issue a small criticism, or they just didn't like something you said or did. That happens, and they just stop talking to you. They just stop. Now, if you don't live with them, they may stop answering any communications and may stop responding and stop reaching out. If you do live with them, they will live in silence with you. And if you talk to them, they will either ignore you, or if it is essential, they may say something. At best, they'll give you a one-word answer. Yes, no, over there. Or they'll engage in a verbal gesture. Hey, you'll say, hey, where's the keys? And they will then put the keys in front of you and walk away without a word. Now, if you have ever lived with any of this, you know it, and it is miserable. You would almost just rather have the fight and not deal with this. It is an uncomfortable and very difficult way to live, and it's always kind of hanging over your head, this idea that, oh my gosh, the silent treatment is going to come again. So, let's talk about the 5 classical reasons for the silent treatment. The first reason is stonewalling or manipulation. In other words, what they're doing is they're using the silent treatment as a way to maybe draw out an apology, to punish you, to get you to do something that they may want to do, or want you to do. So it's very much this, by stonewalling you, the reason it's considered to be a form of manipulation is because then it becomes a way of using their silence almost as a sort of a source of power of sorts. So that is one reason that they do engage in the silent treatment. It just becomes a manifestation of stonewalling with the result of manipulation, and then you end up behaviorally doing something they want, or in essence, they kind of almost get their needs met. The second thing that is seen within the silent treatment is gaslighting. What we can sometimes see is that they will, when somebody gives you the silent treatment, it almost feels as though your reality is being absolutely denied. You are in a room, and you're with a person, and they are not talking to you. And you're thinking, is this really happening? And then you might even start blaming yourself. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. This is my fault. And instead of seeing that the silent treatment is completely unacceptable, you may actually start twisting your reality in a way that you're blaming yourself, and that in some way this silent treatment can actually feel like it becomes acceptable. It's not. A third element that is at play in stonewalling is that it's a manifestation of an emotional immaturity, or really like a lack of interpersonal skill. When you think about what the silent treatment is, I don't know if you've ever watched a 2.5-year-old hold his or her breath. They will sometimes hold their breath until they pass out. So it is that, I'm going to get my way, and then they pass out. That's the silent treatment in an adult. I'm not getting my way. I'm not going to talk.
We heard that with Monique Samuels when she was walking away from the girls, from Robin and Wendy. They was trying to talk to her. Oh, anybody want any Danishes? Oh, you don't want none? Okay, I'll go upstairs. Okay, we saw what she did with her husband, Chris Samuels, okay? I'm just saying, I can't make these things up, honey. I don't want to call everybody, a narcissist. I do feel like we all, could have some toxic traits about us, right? But some of us more than others, okay?
It's a tantrum. It's a quiet tantrum, but it is nonetheless a tantrum. And tantrums are for children. So when somebody is throwing one as an adult through the silent treatment, it very much is a manifestation of not only emotional immaturity, but a real lack of interpersonal skill. Because what it really shows is an incapacity to communicate as an adult about something that's uncomfortable. And because narcissists find it so difficult to take personal responsibility for something that they may have said wrong or misunderstood, or they're really not able to find common ground. That lack of interpersonal skill means instead of actually having an evolved adult conversation, they will just simply do the silent treatment, which ultimately is a form of manipulation, which will end up drawing you out, and you still have to be the only grown-up in the room.
Now, y'all know that People Magazine put that story out there that Monique and Chris was separating. And I thought that was kind of fishy because People Magazine is it's a very big, magazine company, honey. Okay, them some top dogs. So for them to put out there that her and Chris is separated, I'm like, she had to have had something to do with it. I personally don't trust Monique Samuels like that. I've tried to like her, you guys. It's little stuff about her I like here and there, but I don't trust her. She's fake and phony. Okay, and I did that whole series on her, honey, about all them lies, honey. She liked to tell, okay, a lie for a lie. So anyways, honey, I'm going to go ahead and play some of that audio of her and Chris talking about the separation rumors. And, I will be in and out with my commentary.
What's happening here? Oh, here we go. Mary is up in the darn building. Y'all, honestly, it feels so good to be back on YouTube. I missed y'all. It's been so long. I did my last show December 29th last year, and then it got so busy that I wasn't even able to do Tea with Monique anymore. We were going live every week. So listen, y'all, where is everybody from that's up in here? I see NYC, I see Korea, I see New York, wow. Detroit. What's going on? Anytime people are trying to take anything that is involving us, you already know we're going to set the record straight. We done did it before. And here we are once again. So did you want to say anything before?
No. So basically, I didn't know what was going on until Monique filled me in the other day. And, it's very disappointing. And it's a shame that, people will put stuff out without fact checking. And, I have my parents, close friends and family reaching out to me, and they're upset. They want to know what's going on. And a lot of them didn't even know what we were, going through or whatever. So we just want to set the record straight, let everybody know the truth, and tell our story. People are telling our story for us, and it's not even, it's not factual. A lot of the stuff is way left field, so we were kind of ambushed by this as well.
Yes. So, all right. So I had to write some thoughts down.
She gonna be prepared.
Because y'all know, listen, I had to get my bullet points together because there's so many things, and there's never one way to explain a situation. It's just our way. So,
girl, the truth is the truth, and the truth needs no proof. How you doing? Okay, did you tell People Magazine that you were separated? Okay, that's what the people want to know.
Everybody want a statement? Here go a statement. Okay. So it's no secret that Chris and I have been struggling in some areas of our marriage. Anybody who watched Love and Marriage DC last year, y'all saw the arguing. Y'all saw all of that was going on. It was just lots of confusion.
Because of you. Okay. And God is not the author of confusion. Monique is. Okay. I'm just saying.
It was crazy building up to that 10-year mark of our marriage. And when you've been married that long and you have things that you're just like, listen, I feel like this has been unmet, or I've been unheard, and it's been the same thing. You start to get frustrated, and it's just like, oh my God, is this how life is going to be? I can't take it anymore. So what y'all saw on Love and Marriage DC last season, the first season, it was like my cry for help. It was like, I've been saying the same things, and he's not hearing me. and I've just had it up to here. So y'all witnessed it even on RHOP. Certain things that I was bothered by or certain things that we had issues with, y'all saw the same thing on RHOP. One thing about Chris and I is that we've never been afraid to be vulnerable with you all about our marriage. We have been 100%. I've been real to the point of I'm putting myself out there knowing I'm going to be judged, but I'm a real person. And this is how I'm navigating my life, my marriage, or whatever. Without any care or shame in the world, I'm giving y'all 100% me. And y'all know that every single time, right? So we've done a great job at being very transparent and honest with everyone that has either followed us on social media or watched us on the show, on either show. The fact that people are praising a rumor of divorce or a possible dissolution of a marriage after all of the divorces that have been popping up lately that were actually legally filed and everything else, that's sad that people were like praising that. There were people out there that were just like excited about it, you know? And then you have a lot of people who love and support Chris and I and our family who were just like devastated. Without further explanation, everyone knows when you say the word separation, that insinuates the road to divorce, right? Are Chris and I getting a divorce? No, we're not getting a divorce. Are Chris and I going our separate ways, as People Magazine love to state? Monique Samuels and Chris Samuels are going their separate ways. Absolutely not. Nobody ever said that, okay? Have we filed a legal separation? No. Have we filed for divorce? No. Is it?
But Chris Samuels, honey, I think you should get ready, okay? It's definitely obvious, you guys, to me that he is more into her than she is to him. I really do feel like that. I don't want to see Chris and Monique break up. I do believe, and know that they have a beautiful family, but this type of stuff happens, especially once you get to the 10-year mark. I found her to be very demanding and controlling on that show. And it was just like mainly her. Like, yes, I get that Chris may be doing certain things that she doesn't like. I get he needs to work on himself spiritually, but it just seemed like Monique is never satisfied. It really does feel like that. And she comes off like an attention seeker, which is what all of this is. Because how the hell did this shit end up with People Magazine? Then you told Ashley some stuff. She got down to the BravoCon and, said what she said. If you didn't want nobody to know anything, you would have kept your damn mouth shut. Whether you cool with Ashley or not, you would have been like, well, I got some stuff going on. You wouldn't say it's you and your husband, because that could be anything. So this is the same girl that leaked that footage of her and Candace getting into it and made it look like it was Candace that started with her. And when they rolled the beautiful being footage, honey, that wasn't what happened. You attacked that girl and you had kept bullying her all throughout that season. I did the commentary for you guys. Okay. So we done already been down that road, but I just feel like Monique is full of shit. She is. And I was watching For It's Rocks, and she made a wonderful observation. She said that, when she looks at Monique and Chris, Chris looked like he's more or less hanging on to her. He's just happy to be there, just happy to be by her side. And it just, I don't know, I kind of get that same feeling too. Like, Chris is more into fighting for this than she is. And, now she's on Love and Marriage DC. She has her oils and Not for Lazy Moms website. And, does she still have the podcast? I don't really know, you guys. But I know she has some other businesses. And, this time around, honey, if they really do, break up, Monique will have her own money. She won't need Chris like that, okay? And I don't care what nobody say. I do think, the money is what attracted her to Chris. Okay, I don't think she would really be with him, had he not had no money. And that's fine, though, to me, to get with somebody for, not so much for their money, but yeah, everybody wants to come up, okay? But I don't think you should just stay with somebody for their money. You should really love and appreciate them and, be motivated and inspired to get yourself together, you and your finances. And she has did that. We can't take that from her, right? So what do you all feel? Do you feel like Monique is an attention seeker, a narcissist? Like there's something very toxic about her, you guys. I just don't get a good feeling about her. There are certain things I like, but it's a lot, honey, that Miss Robinson don't like, okay?
Any document that proves of any divorce filings.
No.
Have we separated to the extent of breaking up? No. So let me just tell y'all about what was going on as we prepare for season 2 of Love and Marriage DC. So what we were planning to showcase this season on the show was that Chris and I were going through a process, and the process that we were going through was in order to fix our marriage by working on our personal issues. We wanted to take a step back and focus on ourselves. If I'm not good, I'm not good for him or my children. If he's not good for himself, me, or the children. So we wanted to take a step back, right? So at the end of the day, if I have some trauma that's undealt with, whether it's involving Chris or not, and vice versa, if we don't deal with it, how is that going to allow our marriage to survive, right? So we have multiple homes. We decided that we would spend some nights apart so we can give each other space. While we're on our counseling journeys, he's in counseling, I'm in counseling, we're focusing on ourselves. Y'all be seeing me posting about my praying and my meditating and everything else. We've been eating right. We've been actually communicating a lot better than we have in a very long time. So we wanted to focus on just like our children, being great parents for them, which actually allowed us to be way more present with them because it took the pressure of us fix the marriage. We said, you know what? We're going back to the basics. Let's go back to the basics, right? So we're most definitely still together. We haven't given up on our marriage, and we didn't break up, and we're not looking to divorce. So we're simply trying to be better. So we basically said, screw all the fussing and fighting. Let's go back to the beginning, fix ourselves on an individual level, self-love, all of that good stuff. Then work on our friendship so we can reestablish that. And then focus on what we both want for our marriage. So we've been talking at each other for so long that we needed a change that would work for us, okay? So what we're doing wasn't like a great example for our children. We're looking at our kids. We're like going through, sometimes we're barely, right, we were barely affectionate. Like we were not like connecting like we should be in how we used to. And we're like, we don't want our children to look at this and think this is how love and marriage is supposed to be, right? So this allowed us a chance to like rediscover who we were and give each other space while doing that. We explained this, everything that we're telling y'all right now. Chris looks football serious. I just thought that was hilarious.
It was the funny thing about it is through this whole process of what's been going on the last day or so, we kind of laughing at it.
Y'all
like,
literally saw us laughing.
Yeah, like really, like it's not even phasing me like that for real.
Yes. So,
shit. Who you trying to convince? Us or yourself, Chris? Okay? What do y'all think about them, spending time apart? You think that will help? I think them both being in counseling individually, I think that's good. Okay? Only time will tell. We shall see, honey. Okay? You put your comments, honey, down in the comment section. What do you think about Monique and Chris and, them living apart? If any of you all are married, like, how do you really feel about this? Do you feel like you can really work on a marriage, being apart from each other for, few times out the week? Or do you feel like you can only work things out under one roof? Okay, y'all let me know.
Exactly what we told production. It's exactly what we told cast. It's the same conversation that I had even with Ashley. Because a lot of people are trying to throw Ashley under the bus. Ashley is innocent. Leave her alone. She did not start this stuff. People magazine got a call from some woman and took it and ran with it. So we'll get to that in a second.
And who was that woman? Was it you, Monique? But, honey, that's all the time, honey, Miss Robinson got to give this. Y'all get down in the comments, honey. Let me know what you thought about this here video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.